This is Net News Network, headline news in 3 minutes for Tuesday, March 29th, 2022. Well, by now you should know that we're facing food shortages. I mean, good old Biden has even told you that himself. And as if all the crap going on in Europe isn't bad enough, we've got our own homegrown problems with food in the U.S. as well. California is the biggest food producer in the United States, and one of the biggest producers of beef as well. In fact, California is the 5th largest producer of food, cotton fiber, and other agricultural commodities in the world. And they're in the midst of a 3-year drought. And farms need water, and the federal government has already said they're not going to give California any water this year for farming. Most of the state's reservoirs are depleted after this 3-year drought. The largest reservoir in California, Shasta, near Redding, is currently just 38% full. The second largest is Oroville, and it's 47% full. The Sierra Nevada snowpack, the source of nearly 1/3 of California's drinking water, hit 168% of normal on New Year's Day. But with almost no rain and snow since then, the snowpack, as of Monday, had fallen to a dismal 39% of its historical average for that date. Newsom on Monday signed an executive order requiring California's 420 water providers to move their water storage contingency plans to level 2. Level 6 would be the worst and most severe. This may not sound that bad, but it is really bad, and food prices are already going up. Food is going to be scarce, and this is only going to make things worse, especially looking down the road into next year. You should be storing up what you can now. To go along with this, do you know who the largest private owner of farmland is in the United States? It is Bill Gates. And why does he own all this farmland? Because he says he wants to create his own regulatory commission to regulate the farmland in the U.S. Do you want this guy deciding what we grow or what we can eat? We already know that he does not want us eating real beef. He wants us all eating plant-based beef or bug beef. The food issues are going to be rough coming down the road. The Biden administration has announced that they will start vaccinating undocumented migrants who lack proof of inoculation at the southern border. A little too late for that. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention were expected to review whether Title 42, which allows them to deport migrants who are not vaccinated due to the COVID-19 pandemic. They're reviewing whether Title 42, due to expire Friday, remains necessary at this stage in the pandemic. You still have some states requiring Americans to be vaccinated to work. And you're going to let undocumented immigrants coming across the border come in with no vaccination? Whether you agree with the vaccination or not, the fact that Americans are forced to get it in order to work, I think, at a minimum, undocumented immigrants should have to be vaccinated. If they refuse vaccination, they'll be given a monitoring device with stringent conditions, whatever that means. Migrant children who arrive at the border with no parent or guardian are exempt from this order. Again, you have some schools in the United States that require American students to be vaccinated to go to public school. Department of Homeland Security says a total of 164,973 border encounters were reported for February. And the Border Patrol Chief Raul Ortiz told CNN that he's preparing for as many as 8,000 people to be apprehended daily. Seriously, out of control. This has been Net News Network, headline news in 3 minutes. For more, visit netnewsnetwork.net. Thanks for listening.